Rematch. That's all I gotta say. Do the rematch. Ain't they all they gonna do is go back and forth, talk and go back and forth, man. Rematch. Just go ahead and do the immediate rematch. But it was a close fight, a good fight. It's a lot of drama for the next one. Lamont Roach arrived overnight, and got him a good name now. So he just made himself a good career. Shit, we just ready for the rematch now.
You know, it's gonna be a big rematch. Do you think that this rematch is bigger than the Ryan Garcia and Devin Haney rematch?
No, I don't think that. I don't think that. I don't think it's bigger than that. No, but it's a great fight though. Like the rematch, real good, legit rematch for sure. Like, but nah, Ryan, I wouldn't even compare it, but they both good. But Ryan and Devin is like,
You have to compare it because it's like the top guys, like in today's era, that are possibly doing pay
sorta,
per
but they
views.
not even near the same weight now. Cause it's to me, it's better to have a lot of fights and just everybody fight each other. That's. I mean, Tank and Devin can fight probably one day. Maybe it's up to Tank, but um, I just like a lot of the fights getting made and people to compete with who they got to fight in their weight classes. Like, because people be like saying they be comparing numbers and different stuff with people that in different, and that get stuff confusing. Like, um, you know, Tank and Roach shit, they didn't, hey, they said they might have a trilogy. Who knows? Because you
Right
got to think it was a draw the first fight, so even if Tank won the next one, they could fight a third time if it's a good fight.
now, do you feel like when you looked at the fight, did it seem to you that Roach just knew Tank, like just knew exactly what he does in the ring, and therefore it was just like, you know, tit for tat?
Yeah, I put it to you like this. I bet the over. I think I told you that, right? To bet the
Yeah,
over.
yeah.
Nah, my brother bet the distance though. I ain't bet the whole distance. My brother was like, man, this going 12. So yeah, he known him since he was a kid and he didn't have that fear factor in Tank. He wasn't scared of him. So when you've been boxing somebody since you was a baby, you got a different perception of him. He ain't had no boogeyman built up in his head. So I think that helped him. Like, when you don't know Tank, it's the unknown. So you just gonna go off of his hype. And it's not saying that he don't deserve it. I mean, dude really been in the rings and they was little, I think, when I seen that they fought and they knew each other. I mean, they from the same backyard pretty much. So I think that by him not having that fear factor is what helped him because he know Tank personally. And when you know somebody in and out the ring, it's a difference. You don't have that mythical character built up. Sometimes that's what happened with fighters. Like, they build these dudes up into a mythical character, but when you know a dude and you done fought him when you was little, and you've been in the ring with him, it's different. You don't pedestalize him like that.
Tell me, leading up to a rematch, who would you favor?
Um, I probably favor Tank by decision.
Yeah. How so? Why?
In
Why?
a
Why?
close fight though, I think it'd be a close fight. But I think he got you know uh a little more tools that he might bring. I think that what I seen Tank lacking to me was hunger. But now that this happened, it seemed like it might bring him more peace in his life because he kept talking about losing and what's gonna happen. I think he was facing a lot in his mind, like battling what's gonna happen if I lose and the social pressure and this and that. He kept talking about that. So I think now that he didn't taste a loss but a draw, and a draw to somebody that was a 20-1 underdog on paper. I think that he probably gonna have that monkey off his back now to where he don't even care if he lose now. I don't think. Not saying he want to lose, but I mean I don't. I think now he gonna be willing to step up more because he got that blemish on his record, even though it ain't an L. I think that now he gonna be willing to say, man, you know what? I'm gonna just go out there and give it what I got and just fight. Because even if he lose, he's still a killer anyway. So it don't matter. Like if you fight 8 to 10 good fighters and you lose one or two, you still gonna be a legend. And that's what these fighters don't realize. Boxing, like, I mean, you could lose on any given night. You could just be off. The dude could be better than you that day, whatever the case is. But I think the Tank probably gonna be better the next time out, but Roach probably will too. So I think their styles is just meshed together well. So I think Lamont will give him a real tough fight again.
Do you feel like Lamont could be beat some of the top other guys at 135 pounds? Guys like Shakur Stevenson and Keyshawn Davis, perhaps a Lomachenko.
I don't see it, but he can fight though. I don't see him beating those guys, but I would like to see him and Keyshawn because Keyshawn is young and don't have the full experience yet. But he proved that he belonged in there, so that's all you can ask for in boxing. You got another elite guy that's willing to take the fights. Um, but beating them guys, I don't know. I don't see it.
No?
No, I don't see. I see him competing, but I don't see him beating them. No.
What what do those guys what do you see in those other guys? That say that you say that no, that he can't do that. That he can't get the win over those guys.
I mean, Shakur. Um,
But elaborate, like, do you feel like, Shakur beat Heron and he beat him bad. And people were talking about
I don't
like,
compare that. I
you
don't
don't.
compare that he beat him. I don't do that because I know fighters have different circumstances in their career.
Hmm.
But I know it's a couple guys I lost to that wasn't better than me, but when I had to fight them on 3.5, 4 week notice, am I gonna turn the money down? No. Like
Well, we're gonna get into
so,
that.
so everybody have different scenarios in their career. Like Lamont Roach stepped up when it came time to get that big payday, and like I'm gonna use myself for example. I got a few more fights in me, right? Now I'm gonna have a longer training camp than I ever got to have when I fought. Now I might be older, but I take care of myself. I still got skills, right? But I know if I got 3 months to train, 2 months, it's an advantage. And when you getting that big money, Lamont could have spent he could pay for whatever he want that fight. Before this, we don't know if he could have paid. He if he want to, even for the second Tank fight, just say he wanted to spend 150,000 on the sparring partners, he could do that. You ain't gonna do that out of a half a million, 300,000, 400, whatever he was getting. So to me, if you serious and dedicated about the sport, you could use the money to your advantage, like Mayweather did, and people like that. Like your training could be like LeBron James, what he say he spent on his body. If you really invest in yourself, you able to do that the first. So with Lamont Roach, to me, is you never know if if he was at his best because you didn't know how his training camps was. That happened with some fighters. I know that because myself, to where I'm just like, damn, all right, I got that call, I gotta go. Like I don't, even if it's 4 weeks, it's a title fight, I gotta take it. I still ain't gonna turn down no nice little payday. It might not have been as nice as it should have been, but you ain't still ain't gonna turn down a 6 figure payday, even if you get what I'm saying. So but it's a difference when you getting 7 figures. Lamont could have said, "Look, all right, I'm gonna spend 150,000 on my camp," versus him paying 20,000 for his other camp or 100,000. He got to do this. I'm just breaking it down from a fighter's perspective because this is what people don't know. That's why when you see dudes get more money and they look better, if you dedicate yourself, this with anything, not even boxing, no matter what you're doing, when people get money, they glow if you put it back into yourself. If you invest into yourself, like you invest, you got the merch now. You way higher than you was a year ago, right? With the Mill City.
Hmm.
So because you invested, you putting the work in, you got the merch. Same thing with boxing. Like, man, it's hard to beat Mayweather when he got trillions of dollars. Listen, I know people that bought houses just from sparring with Floyd after the just from being in training camp when they bought a house after. So it's a difference when he know like, hey, I'm about to that's a huge advantage. So Lamont can get better and better and better because he can pay for everything he need and put it back in itself if he do that. Now it's a gift and a curse. He seemed like the guy that is and gonna keep doing it, but now on the flip side, you got guys that self destruct. They gonna go to the drug, whatever. All right, like people say, money don't change you; it just make you a bigger version of what you are. So basically, if a dude like drugs and all of that, that's what they gonna turn bigger. They gonna get bigger on that. But you get a dedicated fighter, they gonna say, "Damn, you know what? Now I'm getting." He gonna get a bag for the rematch with Tank. Just say getting 10 million, just to throw a number out. And he like, man, you know what? I could fly dudes in from China, Russia. And if them dudes say, man, look, I can't leave my family. I need 25, 30,000 to come up front. He could do that now. He could say, all right, I'm gonna spot three of them out. I'm gonna get all their plane tickets. But guess what? That might cost him over 100,000. But he might put that into himself to try to win the fight because he got the money now. You can't do that on a smaller budget when you making lower paydays. So a lot of these fighters, when they smart, they look better the more money they get, and you should look better because you could train better. You're not really struggling. Like, and I know that because even though I made cool money, it still would be different when you getting that big money. You could do everything that you want to do.